If you don't want a haircut, stay away from the barber. But if you need a fresh cut, get to a barber ASAP. Analogies, they're a funny thing. I heard that today. Now, the guy talking about it was talking mostly about relationships and how you want to make sure that you stay out of harm's way, you remove all temptation that you don't want in your life. So if you need that haircut, obviously get yourself close to a barber, but stay away if you're not looking to have your luscious locks cut off. So how do you relate this to life? Obviously, you don't want to get scammed. Stay away from the scammers. Don't answer those likely fraud calls. If you want to succeed, though, you need to make sure that you are getting around people who are succeeding, people in your space, people in adjacent spaces as well, so that you can build up that power team and have everyone at your disposal when you need it. When I wanted to become a carpenter, finished college, wanted to become a carpenter, I seeked out the largest general contractors in our area to go work for, because if you're going to learn, you might as well learn from the best. And I think it's always so great. My first job was with McDonald's, one of the top corporations in the world, known for their SOPs, standard operating procedures. That was drilled into me at a young age, 15, 16 years old. It doesn't matter, anyone in that restaurant could run the restaurant because there was checklists and standard operating procedures. Easy to follow, which meant it was easy to succeed. From there, I worked a bunch of years throughout, the end of high school and college, and then part of after college, working for Frito-Lay, again, which is owned by Pepsi, so another huge corporation, and you start to understand how life really is with the true systems of life, of work, of factories, how our entire schooling system, all of that was set up to make sure that you are a diligent worker and you do what is required and you make sure you pull your own weight. And with that, everyone lives a decent life. Everyone made a good wage, good living. And overall, everyone was pretty content that worked there. So again, then I work in construction. Again, I just want to work for the biggest and the best, because, hey, if you're going to learn from someone, you want to learn with the people who have those systems dialed in. You want to, again, the people who have the community partners and all that, so that you know that the person you're going to work with will succeed. And I've had some other jobs off and on throughout the years as well in between there. And this was one thing when I was running my own renovation company. It's like, why reinvent the wheel when I could go work for a company or corporation or someone who already has the systems in place, right? Let's save time, let's save money. Go collaborate over competition. Big on that. So doesn't matter what it is. I mean, real estate, construction, anyone who follows me, that's the space I'm in. So yeah, you want to work with the biggest, you want to work with the best. Same thing. I was working with supervisors over the year. I love the fact when I got to work with some of the senior guys and learn from the senior guys and have them mentor me and watch over me and make sure that I was doing things the best way, right? I was doing things like a pro every single day. That's where I come up, the pro mindset. 20 plus years in the construction industry now. I've worked for some absolutely amazing mentors, amazing supers, amazing business owners as well. And one story I always like to tell is a couple guys were off on training that day, so I was kind of working by myself on site. Super was up in the trailer, and I came in late for break. I think maybe it was like 11 or something like that, and the super said, "Geez, you're not taking a break today?" I said, "Oh, I totally forgot. I just kept working through." And he said, "Just remember, the work will always be there tomorrow, so make sure you take time today to enjoy it." Now, unfortunately, I didn't always take that advice, and I've had some bad haircuts over the years that have cost me a lot of money to fix. But it's through those experiences then that you understand the true value of good advice, of proper mentorship, of doing things the right way the first time, and always making sure that you're leading with integrity, you're building with integrity, and you're being honest. And I'll say this every single day, that because I'm proud of it, that every single day I get up, I lead with integrity, with honesty. I make sure that I always put in more effort than will ever come back to me, whether it's monetarily or emotionally, all that, relationship wise. I always want to make sure that I'm putting in more every single day. And I can be proud of that, and I can live a happy life because I know that I'm always giving back more than I ever expect to get back in return. And I'm so lucky for all those people in the past, all those mentors, my parents, family, friends, everyone that has allowed me to become who I am, because that means I can give back more than ever to those people in my life, to the people that are going to come into my life. And that's kind of my mantra for life. That is how I choose to live. That's how I will always choose to live. I will always choose to keep building better, only getting those haircuts when I truly need it, and making sure that through building better, I get to live happy. I get to take that extra time with my family, with my friends, with my wife. Where is he? There he is. With my dog, out here walking every day. I make sure I do that every single day. Dogs are great that way. They kind of always sitting there. You come home and he's scratching at the door to go out. You're like, give me a minute. But they always remind you, sitting there barking at the door until I take him out, which is good because it gives me time to make these videos and enjoy this beautiful sunshine, these crazy views I get here. So I'm building better, I'm living happy, and I will always be a pro.